So on to the second semi-final of the men's Canadian doubles. And in the lineup here, lane one on the far side there, Armenia. Then two, Denmark, Kim Ray and Emil Steer. And then Norway, Daniel Salbu and Jo Sondre Solhaug. Australia in lane four, green and gold for Murray Stewart and Luke Morrison. Two experienced paddlers. Murray Stewart up front, Luke Morrison in the stern there. Then Spain, Javier Hernández and Diego Cosgaya. That is a very good partnership if it clicks. And then Lovro Leban and Rok Kuk for Slovenia in 6. Ondrej Horsky and Jan Sterber for the Czech Republic in 7. Jonat Mitrea and Bogdan Mada for Romania. And closest to you, representing the Ukraine, Vladislav Tarashenko and Roman Kobestinsky. So this is open. I think the Spanish should feature here. Hernández and Cosgaya.
Well, you'd expect the Spanish. There are other crews in here. I think this is not quite as strong as the previous semi-final. So really, anyone across here has got to be thinking they're in with a chance. Should they get off to a good start, which all crews away safely there. So it's going to be very, very close. We've got the Spanish, as you've mentioned, Slovenians in lane 6, the Czechs in lane 7, and of course the Australians, always traditionally strong in the crew boats.
Yeah, I think the two Norwegians in lane number 3 here, Salbu and Sondre Solhaug, they could just get into this. But there's a real blast of pace on the near side from the Romanians.
Yeah, I think they must have been told this is a 500-metre event, it looks like. Really gone off hard, very, very powerfully. High stroke rate. They're just beginning to lower it now and get into their long stroke. What they need to do, and you can see that they've messed it up already. Yeah. Man in the stern there, all over the place. Look at that. They've completely lost it. They went off far too hard. And you'll see the other crews just overtake them with their smooth, dynamic rhythm that they know will get them to the end of the race.
So Spanish are the closest challengers to them, but also pretty close. The Slovenians in the white, then the Australians, and then the Australians got the Norwegians in that red kayak on the far side.
Yeah, and the Norwegians look like they're beginning to move through now with that lovely smooth Norwegian style that they generally have. So they're trying to put themselves in with a chance of getting one of these top 2 slots, but it's going to be very close.
It is, and still the Romanians, well, where are they? I mean, they're just the Czechs now who've come on to take over from the Slovenians and the Spanish, who are immediately to their left here. And this is aggressive paddling now by Horsky and Sterber from the Czech Republic. Yeah, it does. They look good. They're obviously working very, very hard. They've got that high pace going, that nice cadence, a good swing in their upper body. But now it really starts to count. You've got to put the work in this middle section of the course. Spanish still there, Norwegian still there, but Czechs taking this by the scruff of the neck, looking to lead, try and dominate the race if they can. The other crews, it's up to them now to put them under pressure, such as the Spanish, as we can see, just labouring a little bit at the moment. They'll want to lift that stroke rate a little. I really like the Norwegians over. They kept it long, the coverage is good. They're, as you can see, vying at the moment for only 3rd place, but the Czechs are just making this really tough there. And the Slovenians, actually, this is one of their best boats, Lovro Leban and Rok Kuk, and they're not entirely out of it either. Yeah, we've not really mentioned the Slovenians, have we? They're having a very quiet race so far, but if they can just lift the pace again, bring the stroke rate up 5 to 10 strokes, they could get on terms with the others. That's what they're trying to do now. There's still 4 boats in this. So the Czechs, who were now being taken on by the Spanish in the centre of the echelon, the Norwegians on the right of your picture, the Australians, I think, are too far out of this to get back into it, and you're looking at the Spanish here, Hernández and Cosgaya, who are spearheading the charge for the line here, and they're leading just about, are they leading the Czech Republic, with the Slovenians coming between the two of them there, vying for the place. It is Spain, Czech Republic and Slovenia a little bit off the pace there. They must wait for the fastest loser time. Have they been quick enough?
Well, a really good race that, as we said at the start, very, very close. It needed someone to go out there and dominate, and that's what the Spanish did. Well, they left it to the last 250 metres, but that's what they did. Really good burn, lifted that stroke rate, took that first place.
And for me, Malcolm, that was a much more convincing Spanish performance, probably the best one we've seen of their crews today so far.
Yeah, they haven't been particularly strong across the board, have they, so far? But they look good. I thought they looked a little tired towards the middle of the course. But again, as they saw the finish line coming, they were able to up the stroke rate and go straight through to the final there alongside the Czechs in the black boat. The Slovenians, as we've said, will have to wait. And
clearly that's their sort of race, to stay with the pace and come from behind. So that's a tactic we need to keep in our minds for tomorrow for the final.
Yeah, the Hungarians did that as well, didn't they, in their semi-final? Spaniards actually normally get off to a very good start. I think what they did there was a quick start, find your rhythm, settle, and then pick it up again towards the end. They've got to watch that, though. In the finals, you can't afford to settle too much in the middle part of the course, because the other paddlers will just paddle away from you.
Well, very shortly we go on to semi-final number 3, and a really good Russian crew involved in the next semi-final. Well, the crew I was talking about, as you see the unofficial result there, Hernández Koskar 3:15.27. It's a good time there. 3:15.79 the time for the Slovenians, Leban and Kuk, in the second semi-final. And
slightly quicker, actually. Slightly quicker than the first semi-final. So at the moment, Slovenians are in the
in with a shout.
In with a shout at the final, yeah. But we've still got
2 to go.
2 to go. That's right.
Right. So